is really Sydney at its best. It's when our diverse communities come together and celebrate arts and culture in many and varied ways. This is an exciting time for Woolloomooloo.
Woolo is a place rich in local history and character. A place where millionaires mingle with battlers, and everybody's happy to have a yarn and share a laugh. From global superstars to sporting heroes and local legends, everybody gets down at Woolloomoolivin. An opportunity to come together in the vibrant heart of Sydney for a very special day with a very special community.
You know, it's very difficult to put words to something like this, particularly when someone like Rosano has created something from nothing. I've seen people that I haven't seen for 15 and 20 years at this event, and this is the sort of thing that it takes to actually bring people together as a community.
I'm the GM of Youth and Family Connect and a proud committee member and volunteer of Australia's oldest PCYC right here in Woolloomooloo. I founded Woolloomoolivin back in 2016 as a means of celebrating urban arts and culture, our local history and heroes, as well as inner city communities in general. Over time, we've garnered the support of all our local service providers and galleries, which use it as a platform to engage community. Our very first one was supported by Hope Street.
I'd say that the impact that Woolloomoolivin has on this community is, well, it's pretty far-reaching. It's an amazing opportunity for the community of Woolloomooloo to not just get involved, but to also get like a feel and a sense of the history that used to exist here in terms of the hip-hop and the graffiti and you know, just Rosano in general being like such a strong figure and stakeholder in this community. There were just so many people from outside of the community, and it just gave an amazing opportunity for Woolloomooloo to showcase its culture and its history.
Woolloomoolivin serves a great function in terms of building a sense of community for those new residents of Woolloomooloo who may not have been there for generations like myself and might have only been in the area 3 to 5 years, maybe even 1 year, but it gives them a sense of that Woolloomooloo community, and also intertwines them with the established community that have been there for generations. That one time a year where the entire community comes together regardless of how long you've been part of that community. I guess the emphasis is that we are a community and we're all part of that community, so that certainly serves to enhance and sustain that sense of community in Woolloomooloo.
The first time I saw Woolloomoolivin, I've never ever lived in a community that had that type of festival. So coming down here and living here in Woolloomooloo for 10 years and to experience it was just a really big eye-opener, and I was just so proud to get to know everybody in the community and get involved in the other programs as well.
We started the Dancehall community class at Wayne Nielsen Community Centre. It was just an idea really to be able to do something and give back to the community that I live in, as well as meeting a lot of the local mothers and daughters, especially mothers that actually were dancers and had a strong technical training as well as traditional dancing. So it just seemed like a natural progression, especially with dancehall and the popularity of dancehall growing worldwide, cross-culturally. The reggae tradition in general really resonated with community. Also the idea of dancehall female empowerment and the need of the mothers and daughters wanting to dance. So privileged to be able to give back to my community and have a class here every week.
Seeing Maya's dancers, when I first saw them, I think maybe 2016, I saw those girls and I just thought, oh my gosh, they're so fierce. And I just said, I want to learn how to dance like that. I've never moved like that before. Once Maya had her classes up and running, I was like, yes, I'm going to that and I'm going to learn how to do that and be part of that dance group. Andrea, my sister, she introduced me to the classes, introduced me to Maya and Rosano and the whole community in Woolloomooloo. First when I started, I was pretty nervous. I didn't know the style, but a few years later now I've picked up the technique and style and I love it. I don't ever want to miss the dance class ever. Even when it was COVID, I was doing the online studio classes as well, and it was great. It made me feel so whole inside.
Through the Tuesday Dance Hall community class, we were able to put on a program, a performance course, which was 10 weeks of weekly sessions, people wanting to take their performance to the next level and really learn about staging, costumes, performance and choreography. So the girls performed at the Woolloomoolivin Festival and NAIDOC Day, so well received, dancing in front of community members and family. The whole squad is like a family. There are mums and there are bigger sisters and there's little sisters and the whole process of a performance, the whole journey from sort of conception and rehearsals, sweaty rehearsals week after week.
So when me spitty body with it, maybe gala get with it. Spitty body with it, maybe gala get.
Then growing together and just being able to perform. The little girls and the teenagers especially were just uplifted and felt so safe and confident to be able to dance a style that is traditionally empowering and from a place that in some ways is not that dissimilar with Woolloomooloo.
So I think the festival at large, I mean, you can see by the number of people that come, it's massive. Like, it's a massive community event, and actually having spent 4+ years embedded in working within the community, it's something everybody kind of looks forward to, wants to be a part of, constantly thinking of ways to assist in making it great from a community perspective, just to enjoy it. It's a fun day. It's great, loads of dance, it's good food and basketball, but also access to people from community orgs that you wouldn't normally get access to. They're all present there. So I think it's kind of, you know, it's an important day and event that assists in kind of highlighting how family friendly and focused this community actually is.
So we've had the joy of working with Woolloomoolivin for 4 years now in different capacities. Last year that all culminated with a fantastic project with 2 artists from Brisbane and the Philippines called Isabella and Alfredo Aquilizan, who worked with Plunkett Street Primary School in partnership with Youth and Family Connect to create a public installation using basketball hoops. Generally, I think Woolloomoolivin is a culmination for both community and services and galleries and cafes and restaurants and everybody in Woolloomooloo to come together to really celebrate in public spaces, and through culture and sport and eating and drinking, everyone can come together on that day, and you can be connecting with a teacher from the local school, a mother from around the corner you haven't met, through to getting all of the kids from around here to really connect across everything that happens that day. So it's really important for everyone just to be in the same place and celebrating.
Last year I curated the outdoor exhibition. We featured local artists and also Pam Johnson, who has passed away. We actually had a couple of her works up there. A really good experience in that I could see how we could expand on it, how we could actually make it better, make it bigger. It's a really good way to bring art to the community without making the communities come to a venue. It was there in the street. I love the Woolloomoolivin Festival, and I think it can only get better.
Historically, street art had some of its earliest practitioners emerge from Woolloomooloo and is a major component of the annual festival. A new design is painted throughout the day by some of the world's leading masters of the art form and is very popular with locals and visitors alike. Rosano has a long history in the scene as one of its earliest proponents, along with his crew, the Future Art Beat 4, or Fab 4 as they were known. He had a big hand in legitimizing the art form, with the first positive media report featuring his nuclear protest piece at Lady Macquarie's chair, widely seen as a catalyst for changing public perception towards street art. He later became the first street artist to be commissioned for an installation for Sydney Gallery Art Space in 1988. Some of Sydney's first street artists include local writers such as Screbs and Deno, and Fab 4 co-founder Indigenous artist Kasim Dalhelm, who is widely recognised as the first king of the art form, with many of today's masters including the festival's official muralists citing he and the Fab 4 as some of their earliest inspiration. Bringing colour back to Woolloomooloo was enthusiastically embraced by the community and led to a successful tender bid for the city's Woolloomooloo Community Mural Project. This involved a series of community consultations to gather the community's ideas and to establish themes. Art workshops followed, with participants taught art and local history, basic drawing skills, and training in the use of the various mediums to be employed in the mural. Community members' design elements in the final work included historical and geographical references, local wildlife, its multicultural population, and the two sandstone sentinels that mark its borders, St Mary's Cathedral and the Art Gallery of New South Wales. With community participants ranging from age 5 to 75, it was the most successful community engagement program in recent times, and now serves as a spectacular backdrop for performers at the yearly Woolloomoolivin Festival.
Working within Woolloomoolivin last year, PCYC, our contribution was running and hosting the 3-on-3 basketball competition. It was the first one I'd been to experience it firsthand. One, I got to meet everyone in the community. I got to understand the services within the community, how we all work together to put on something so big, so fun. It was nice to see all kinds of activities happening, so everything from dance through to basketball.
And seeing, how grubby and dirty the nets get and torn and all that. And anybody who's a baller knows you gotta have a fresh net, man. If you don't have the swoosh, you ain't got it. Woolloomoolivin. I think it's one of the best things around here, man. You can feel the vibe change when it's coming up. People get into it and stuff, We're really lucky actually here that we've got spaces like this space at the end of Woolloomooloo and then the PCYC at the other end of the bay. A lot of places don't have it, so kids around here may be a little bit disadvantaged, but at least they do have some sort of spaces, But if we keep them cool like this, keep the nets fresh, it feels like something completely different, And I really appreciate it when the younger boys call me uncle or, because they just know from their mum and dad or whatever that I do care and I try to be part of the community.
Our church has been in this area for about 20 years. We've been really privileged to be able to partner with Youth and Family Connect to provide hampers, food, meals to people in need, and it's just a surprising and a blessing what a little bit of provision can do to bring hope and strength.
130 Dowling Street, which has been traditionally used as just kind of a space for storage, it was underutilized for quite a long period of time, and in partnership with Youth and Family Connect, we had conversation around being able to activate that space, and really has changed and touched so many lives because of the activities that happen there.
Shortly after our successful partnering with Hope Street for the youth space funding, I found out that Plunkett Street had applied for the same community grant.
We had a new demountable classroom put onto our playing field. We lost our old playground equipment, so we applied for a grant to try and replace that. Unfortunately, we were not successful.
I felt slightly guilty, so one night I was walking around the neighbourhood with Russell. We walked past the school and I'd mentioned to him how bad I felt about this situation. He didn't hesitate, he was straight in. So the next day I called Juliet, let her know the big guy was going to be calling her, and she was over the moon, which I was really stoked about. What a great outcome for our community.
Out of that, Russell Crowe very generously donated some money for the school to put towards a fixed playground equipment, which is now used all day, every day by all the kids. It's really lovely.
Youth and Family Connect for me have been a godsend. With anything that I've needed, it would be a phone call.
Working with Youth and Family Connect is integral to us here at PCYC, because although we are a PCYC, we're a club and we do function independently, there's many occasions where we wouldn't be able to put on particular programs or source the resources that we needed without Youth and Family Connect. My first point of contact when I need something is Youth and Family Connect. So it's very important that we maintain that relationship and we have that friendship, because I personally couldn't do my job here without them.
There's nothing quite like it. It's really a great community positive atmosphere. I was lucky enough to be able to work with them to organise the OKQ SummerSlam, which was the Oceanic Kings and Queens SummerSlam Jam. We would take a whole bunch of breakers or other open style street dancers, and we would organise competitions, exhibition battles between big crews, and the whole point of it was just to showcase to the community this really great pillar of element of dance in our culture. It's a really positive atmosphere. It truly embodies the mantra of peace, love, unity, and having fun, the core tenets of hip-hop culture, and it pays respects to those who have come before us, those who are here, and those who are yet to come.
18 Black Label, we are the bar tour, coming to Sydney near you, let's go.
That's right, we hitting the Woolloomoolivin annual festival of urban arts and culture.
Make sure you're there, it's about to be lit.
I was always around the gym up at the PCYC, and I was very fortunate enough to be selected by the Australian Institute of Sport and received a 2-time scholarship down there in preparation for the Beijing Olympic Games. After my amateur career, I decided to turn professional, and whilst living in Queensland, was very fortunate enough to become the Australian middleweight champion. And ever since then, I've sort of been contemplating making a final comeback. During that period through COVID-19 was very tough on everybody, and we were lucky enough with Youth and Family Connect to set up a health and wellbeing boxing program, which we took a couple of days a week, which was really beneficial for the women around here who were finding it tough as well, and also provided a place for people to come and talk together and also get fit at the same time, which was beneficial for everyone. It turned out really well, and it was a great time.
Let's go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start!
love the inner city, and Woolloomooloo is just such a gem. It went from being a pretty tough area, and through people like Rossano and Maya, it's become a really beautiful community. Rossano sort of sometimes talks about Cowper Wharf roadway and the way it's definitely a divide between the parts of Woolloomooloo. But through Rossana and Maya, we've actually got lots of people kind of really starting to interact and vibe on both sides of that mythical divide. So I really love Woolloomooloo. It's just a beautiful part of town. I'm really proud to be part of the community here.
Woolloomoolivin. It's all about networking, connecting, and bringing everyone together in this community. From the advantage to the disadvantage, whatever it may be, it's all about making, giving everyone a sense of safeness and family and community.
Our monthly community barbecues, Woolloomoolov, were originally initiated to keep our community connected between the yearly festivals and a way to keep our park activated and welcoming as a safe space. Our most recent one was partnered with King's Cross Police Area Command, with the idea of having a basketball game between local youth and patrolling officers to build a rapport between community and police. It was a great success, with both community and police genuinely having a fun day.
The King's Cross Police involvement in the barbecue, the catalyst of it was a meeting between myself and Rossano. We spoke about how the police can get involved in the community to improve our relations with the youth, can interact with the community better. Some of the highlights were certainly meeting members of the community. We had the Sydney Kings representatives turn up. The biggest highlight was the police playing basketball with some of the young people from Woolloomooloo. We had the school kids turn up from Plunkett Street, which was great to see them.
The school is very much a part of the community of Woolloomooloo, and every month there's the community barbecue, which our kids all participate in really. And the families got a lot of positive feedback from that barbecue. Families were really happy to be involved and met new people, which was really nice.
It just brings that community back together as one on a constant basis, provides positivity in the area, allows people to engage, especially these days with mental health. It's a huge problem. It allows these people to meet, speak one-on-one, speak in groups, and have their say be heard.
Being able to just share a barbecue, as simple as it sounds, but it's a good way to break the ice with the community. We had the police mounted unit there, and everyone loves the horses. The SCS were there cooking the barbecue, and we'd just been through some big floods, and it was an opportunity also to thank them.
It keeps everyone involved. It keeps everyone getting to know each other and letting everyone know that you're okay and that they're okay, especially for single mums, and there's so many of us there. We kind of get stuck at home and with our kids, and we don't get out and we don't immerse ourselves enough. For those things, it kind of helps us get out and talking to other mums and talking to other people, and knowing that you have that support there is incredible. I think those things are amazing.
We've been through a tough time. The last 12 months we've had COVID, and it hasn't been a very good environment for us to be able to have those types of interactions. And all we wanted to achieve was to say hello again to the community and to say we are here for you, come and talk to us, and we are here to work together. We also had some Harmony Week presentations.
I know that we've all been cooped inside a lot over the past 12 months, so it is wonderful to see the Woolloomooloo community coming out, coming together, being so active and engaged.
We were able to provide to various members of the community who have gone over and above in terms of being able to celebrate multiculturalism within our community. It was certainly an opportunity that my staff saw that we could get ourselves involved directly with the community in a very positive way. Since then, as I understand it, there's been quite a fair bit of interaction with some Woolloomooloo community members, including the young people down there, and that's been all through the barbecue.
creates good social cohesion, has really contributed to the feeling of place by getting people from their community out of their residence, being able to interact with each other, being able to share experiences, being able to see, it gets people to see the other positive side of local youth. Woolloomoolivin event has really contributed to that, a really good use of that space. So I think they've really brought that community together, the diversity of that community through those events.
Being part of the community and dancing with my sister has been so motivating and inspiring, and we inspire all the women to come together and dance together, and also people in the community. When I come out to the dance floor and showcase who I am as a performer, I feel like I really connect with the audience and the crowd, and I hype them up. It's been the best. I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Today's a new day. There is no sunshine. Nothing but clouds, and it's dark in my heart, and it feels like a cold night.
The Women of Woolloomooloo Community Gospel Choir was a program designed to bring in women after they've dropped off their kids on a Thursday morning, just get together, have morning tea, sing, meet up. It's been fantastic, especially through these times when we really need to be more connected. We've got a range of ages in there, lots of different women that may not have even met each other before. It's been a very uplifting, lovely thing to do weekly.
Being in the choir has been the best experience I have had in Woolloomooloo. I absolutely love the choir. I've always had an interest in singing, and I've just always been very shy about it, and so to be there with all those bunch of beautiful, powerful women, the best part of my week by far. Love being in the choir.
I know a few of the people in the choir, not all of them, but I know a few of them, and there's a few that I've made contact with, like Paula. I know Paula now. We have a good conversation when I run into her. I wouldn't have known her from the bar of soap other than meeting her at the choir. And we do this every Thursday at the PCYC. We're working on a Christmas carol. We have a great teacher, Erin.
Hi, my name's Erin. I work in the music industry here in Sydney as a singer, songwriter, performance coach and composer, and this year I've been fortunate enough to work alongside Youth and Family Connect to bring you the Women of Woolloomooloo Community Gospel Choir.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Being a part of the community choir, not only as the vocal director, but just being a part of the community, has been an incredible opportunity to meet these women, to hear about their life stories, and to give them an environment where they can share their voice, where they can feel comfortable in their own skins, and just bring a sense of joy and community to the larger group of people. And it's just been a real joy to see how much fun and enlightenment that singing can bring. It's been an awesome thing to be a part of.
Singing together with all the women is very empowering, and I can't wait to get out there and just kill the performances and just, just bless everyone with our joyful singing.
So this year we were so excited to be performing as part of Woolloomoolivin. Unfortunately, COVID means that we can't, but we have been lucky enough to have 2 performances lined up for us, and hopefully there'll be more in the future, which will make sure everyone is notified about.
The Community Gospel Choir is so much fun, but at the same time it's actually we have professionals that are there as tutors, and it's sounding amazing, and I think it should be a permanent, ongoing program, definitely.
Before I moved here, I've never ever felt a sense of security and feeling safe. So, having a, program like this really helps all of us to sort of connect and feel safe and get to know one another. And that's why we love Woolloomooloo, because we're all so connected in so many different ways.